Hello, welcome to another One Mind meditation. While we wait a few minutes for whoever wants to join us online today, you can settle yourself down, find an easy spot to sit or lie. There we go. And start some deep and slow belly breathing. I think everything is set up. Good morning, Nella. A very, very good morning to you. Today's theme, it's good to see you, Nella, really good to see you. Today's theme is finding inner wisdom, finding that inner wisdom, finding our connection to our own inner wisdom. And what I'm sharing with you is the work of Paul Selig. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Marcella. Very good to see you guys. The work of Paul Selig. Paul Selig is a channel. He channels what he calls the guides, and his work is absolutely worthwhile following. And the questions we'll use in this morning's meditation come from his book. And the book is called The Book of Knowing. The Book of Knowing and Worth. Good morning, Akasua. A very good morning to you. So The Book of Knowing and Worth, good morning, Maggie, is a book by Paul Selig, but it's a book channeled by the guides of Paul Selig, through Paul Selig. And I thought I'd share a couple of quotes. And these are quotes that have really shaped a lot of my thinking, and a lot of my knowing, and a lot of my understanding were shaped by the work of Paul Selig. This is a lovely quote. I really enjoy this so much. He's very fond of saying, whatever you damn damns you back, whatever you bless blesses you back, because you cannot be in the light while holding another in darkness. You cannot be in the light while holding another in darkness. So whatever you damns you back, because you'll be holding yourself in darkness by holding anyone else in darkness. Good morning, Janine. So good to see you. So you cannot be the light, or you cannot be in the light while holding another in darkness. There's a quote from Paul Selig that I really enjoy. This one really shaped a big part of my understanding of humans. There is never a lie. There has never been a lie told that was not told in fear. No lie has ever been told that was not told in fear. And following that line of thought, following that line of thinking and of inquiry, one comes to really appreciate that if we want to try and simplify, find a way to simplify, and it's impossible to really simplify because there's always so much nuance, but if we want to simplify humans in a way to really understand humans, we find ourselves in a state of either fear or freedom. And in a state of fear is where we find ourselves making all the decisions we look back on and regret making. And in a state of freedom, we tend to move towards what our being really resonates with. There was never a lie told that was not told in fear. Speaks to that it is out of fear that we tend to do all of the things we look back on and wish we hadn't. So that was a really important one to me, learning that truth. This is such a simple one, so beautiful. The words, what am I to learn? What am I to learn? These words put you in a position of humility and authority in any instance. Good morning, Pat. So good to see you. What am I to learn? These words put you in a position of humility and authority in any instance. Have you ever thought of it that way? I certainly have not. I love looking at any situation and not ask, why is this happening to me, but ask, what am I to learn? What am I to learn from this situation? But I've never thought of it this way. The question, what am I to learn, puts me in a position of both humility and also authority, because I am gaining knowledge and gaining wisdom from what's happening right now. And I thought you guys would enjoy that one. So that brings us to the start of today's meditation. Today's meditation is finding inner wisdom. In finding inner wisdom, I like to go inside and ask some questions and just sit with an openness and a receptiveness, not chasing answers, but being with those questions sort of vibrating in the space around me. And sometimes an answer comes, and sometimes, because I've put myself in a space of openness, I find myself being led over the course of the next couple of days, couple of weeks, finding that those answers do come. So if you are ready, you can settle yourself down, switch off the lights, put that sleeping mask on, and let's float away on today's journey together. Here we go for the first few breaths all together. Deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in. And release. Deep inhale. And let it go. One more together breath. Deep breath in. And release. Continue with the same breathing pattern. Slowly inhaling through your nose as you stretch out your spine, bringing the top of your head closer to the ceiling. And as you exhale, allow yourself to soften. Soften your spine. Drop your shoulders. Drop your head. Let it all flow out of you. You You can make your exhale slightly louder. Turn your exhale into a sigh, or even a louder groan. Energetically, a sigh of relief. It's like a universal symbol of surrender, of every cell in your body letting go, putting things down, making everything within you step into the present moment. Every exhale is a letting go of whatever you're holding on to. Every exhale makes you less past emotion and more present moment. Every exhale brings less future anxiety and more now. We'll take the last few breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies find a space of ease before we step into the next phase. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, drop your head forward. Rolling out your neck muscles and big half circles to the left and to the right. Next deep breath in. And as you release, rolling your shoulders forward in big, slow circles, loosening up the muscles of your upper back and shoulders, helping yourself let go of whatever tension you might be holding on to there. The next deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Next deep breath in. As you release, place your attention on your spine, gently swaying left and right. Finding the spaces that put up a bit of resistance, leaning into them softly Gently curving your spine into an S, all the way from your head down to your tailbone. As you take in one more deep breath, and as you release, stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. From this space of pure presence, we're in the ideal place to dive deep inside, find our connection to our own inner wisdom. With every inhale, we'll hold our breath for just a few moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. We'll do the first few together. Take a deep breath in. And hold. And release, making it long and slow. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Feel your shoulders sag downwards as you exhale, and use that movement to melt, to dissolve into an even deeper surrender. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Try to ensure that while you hold your breath, you're not bunching, clenching your jaw or frowning or holding onto any tension anywhere in your body as you try and hold your breath. One more together breath. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. You can continue with the same breathing pattern on your own time. Inhaling deeply and slowly through your nose, following the air through your nostrils and down your throat, slipping with the breath in through your lungs, and as you fill up that balloon inside your belly, you find yourself entering that space and spending a few moments being held inside. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels really comfortable, followed by a really long, really, really slow exhale. In today's journey, diving deep inside, we're taking down some questions, some statements for our higher self. On your next deep breath though, just follow the air inside and experience how much you can surrender to that space inside. Can you take a deep breath, hold yourself inside, and completely surrender to that space? Take your next big breath. A reminder to, when you hold your breath, have some awareness around whether you're clenching up any muscles in your body and allowing that area to soften again. In Paul Selig's work, there are 3 statements which he says, when you claim these statements, they are not claimed by a small self, because they can't be claimed by a small self. They are claimed by your higher self. This is our journey today, finding what comes to you in the presence of these statements. On your next big breath, as you dive deep down inside, take the following words with you and just sit with them. I know who I am in truth. I know who I am in truth. And simply be open to what comes to you. Don't try to control your thinking. Bring your attention back to the words. I know who I am in truth. And simply be open to what comes to you. Take your next big breath. next big breath as you dive deep inside. Turn the same words into a question. Who is it that I am? Who is it that I am? Don't use your mind to search for answers. It's like releasing the words up into the air and then taking a step back and just looking at it. Take your next big breath. Next big breath as you dive deep inside. Sit with the second statement. I know what I am in truth. We started with I know who I am, and now we're sitting with I know what I am in truth. Sit with the words without searching for a meaning, and simply be open to what comes to you. I know what I am in truth. Take your next big breath. On your next big breath, as you dive deep inside, turn the same statement into a question. What is it that I am? Without being invested in an answer, let the words go, take a step back, and just be open. What is it that I am? Take your next big breath. On your next breath, the third statement that we're sitting with for a few moments today is, I know how I serve in truth. I know how I serve in truth. As you take your next deep breath, dive down and sit with the words, being open to what they bring up for you. I know how I serve in truth. Take your next big breath. On your next big breath, turn the same statement into a question. How is it that I serve? How is it that I serve? Take your next big breath. We'll use the last few breaths of this phase to move us into the next space. As we take a last few deep diving breaths together. Take a deep breath in. And hold. And as you exhale, pay particular attention to your body relaxing, softening, unclenching as you exhale. Deep breath in and hold. And release as you embody the slow fall of your shoulders into melting into a puddle of nothingness. One more deep breath together. Deep breath in. And hold. And as you release, find yourself slipping right into that next space. A space of ease with no attention to your breathing. A space of just floating. Who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. Our small self thinks. Our true self knows. Which is why in Paul Selig's teaching, he says these words are claimed by your true self. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. Trusting that when we give up trying to think about the answers, letting the words float away, we find ourselves coming to somewhere deeper. Moving closer to that true self that knows. Trusting that if we can let go of the words, let go of the pursuit of answers. From that deep knowing that we have inside, the guidance will come. I'll give you a few moments to sit and feel around the statements again. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. Which brings us to the last few breaths of today's meditation. 5 breaths of gratitude. With every exhale, I'll say my own thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this knowing. Deep breath in. Thank you for knowing who I am. Deep breath in. Thank you for knowing what I am. Deep breath in. And thank you for knowing how I serve. One more together breath. Deep breath in. Thank you to everybody joining us in our circle today. I hope you enjoyed the journey. It is well worth doing a search for Paul Selig, P-A-U-L, and Selig is S-E-L-I-G. You can search for him on YouTube and listen to him speaking, and definitely find his books. The Book of Knowing and Worth. The Book of Knowing and Worth. If you haven't read any of his stuff yet, it's definitely worthwhile starting with that one. I hope you have a beautiful day. I certainly enjoyed my journey with you, and I'll be back here again tomorrow morning to start a day with you again. I have not said hello yet to Charlene. Good morning, Charlene. Anthony, I don't remember if I said hello to you, but good morning, Anthony. Lawrence, a very good morning to you. Larry, good morning. And Deirdre, good morning. Thank you guys so much for joining. Have a beautiful day. See you back here again tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.